and exclusive at Goresbrook Leisure Centre in Dagenham on the Sky Sports Friday Fight Night for the main event. Please welcome into the ring the challenger for the title, Ian the Dapper Napa.
Modern vampires of the city, anti-blood, blood, blood.
The flashy, extremely skillful, talented, pocket little fighter, born in Zimbabwe and based in Britain, Ian Napa. So far, he hasn't quite lived up to his amateur pedigree. He's performed, but he hasn't won the big ones. This is the stage he's been craving, the hard fight for the European title, Jim.
Yeah, it's a tough match for him, but it's probably a chance he did not dream he would ever get. It's a couple of bad decisions, well, what I felt were bad decisions. Looked as though it brought his career to an end, but this has come out of the blue, so he comes into the ring tonight. Absolutely nothing to lose, everything to gain. It's a big ask, but I'm sure he'll give it everything, and he does have the style to give Meludrottu problems. Whether he's good enough to beat him, that remains to be seen.
Napa looks relaxed, but he will need to be right on the ball with this tough Sardinian, Simone Meludrottu, back to Britain, back to work.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Italy, the champion, Simone Meludrottu. Ladies and gentlemen, the officials appointed for this contest by the British Boxing Board of Control in conjunction with the European Boxing Union, the steward in charge, Mr. Phil Lundgren, the EBU supervisor, Mr. Peter Stuckey from Switzerland, and the timekeeper at the bell, Mr. Peter McCann. The judges scoring this contest on the 10-must system, Mr. Freddie Christensen from Denmark, Mr. Ernst Salzgerber from Austria, and Mr. Jean-François Toupin from France. And when the action begins, the third man in the ring, our referee this evening, Mr. Daniel van der Wiele from Belgium. Ladies and gentlemen, sponsored by Trad Index, Red Square, Stan James and BBE Boxing Equipment, Frank Maloney presents Championship Boxing, live and exclusive on Sky Sports Friday Fight Night. And a contest of 12 3-minute rounds to decide the European Boxing Union Bantamweight Championship. between and introducing the boxers. And firstly, the challenger fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the white trunks trimmed with yellow and fights from Hackney in London. He weighed in at the official weigh-in at 8 stone, 5¼ pounds. Brings to the ring an 18-fight record, 13 wins and 5 losses. Please welcome Hackney's Ian, the Dapper Napa. And across the ring in the red corner, wearing the black, white and red trunks, he fights from Italy and weighed in at 8 stone, 5 pound 11 ounces. He brings a 25-fight professional record, 24 wins, 10 wins by way of knockout with 1 loss. He's the current EBU Bantamweight champion. Please welcome from Italy, Simone Meludrottu. The referee, Mr. Daniel van der Wielen, will now give his final instructions to both boxers.
I spoke to both of you in the dressing room. Obey my commands at all time, protect yourself at all time. Give the best you can. Shake hands.
12 3-minute rounds for the Bantamweight Championship of Europe.
7th defence of the European 8-stone title for Simone Meludrottu. He won it in September 2004. He's now ranked the WBC #1. And our former amateur light flyweight star, Ian Napa. He's blessed with ability, but no punch power, and he's up in a tough division. It's a massive opportunity, but he's 5-2 against to pull this off. And if he can, he's got to get into a boxing rhythm and trouble Meludrottu. He believes the Italian's crude.
Yeah, well, he's no doubt watched them against Damien Kelly, but I'm sure he must realise Meludrottu is far better than he looked to be that night. He looked very limited that night. He was totally outboxed in everybody's eyes except the 3 people who counted. But the trouble always with Ian Napa is the fact his lack of power. And the higher the level, the more that will come into evidence. When the other fellow can walk through your power over 12 rounds, you're always going to have serious problems.
Already he has hold of the ring, Meludrottu, in fight number 26. Napa surely got a pop away. Good left hand. Might have the speed on Meludrottu. That's possible. Good body shots. Needs a fast start. Got round the back of the head, says the experienced Belgian referee Daniel van der Wielen.
Well, it's unusual these days to see an Italian champion who's prepared to take his title on the road. Usually, if you want to challenge an Italian, you're doing it in his backyard. But no doubt Meludrottu's looked at Napa's record. He's lost 3 out of his last 4, although that doesn't tell the full picture. But he's obviously come here confident.
And he's come here with a real fan club as well. A couple of 100 supporters cheering Meludrottu on. Napa's backyard from Hackney. Tries the body shots. Good defence from Meludrottu. He's really starting to snap out these punches.
Well, Napa has been maybe that little bit busier in the opening round, but his punches are that little bit ineffectual. I don't think they have impressed Meludrottu in the slightest.
Meludrottu may just feel he can walk through Napa, march him down. Got that decision against Damien Kelly at the Anderson's Town Leisure Centre in Belfast. So many people call that a robbery. But he beat Kelly in the rematch emphatically. And he's good.
And he just looks so much more powerful than Napa. I mean, he's prepared to walk right up to him. Nothing there to enhance Napa's chances in the opening round.
Welcome back to Dagenham.
Yeah, I feel like I'm working out some of the
Brian Lawrence running the Ian Napa corner, used to be trained by the Kitts brothers. James Cook also in there, has been around Napa for so much of his stop-start career. It's the 19th fight for Ian Napa. He's actually lost 5 along the way, but a couple of those he has been unlucky. Maybe should have become the British Bantamweight champion against Martin Power in that fantastic fight in 2005. Now he's got this European chance. Turns southpaw, Meludrottu. He obviously is oozing confidence.
Yeah, but he's making Napa reach and lunge in with the punches at the opening rounds here. He's just standing right in front of him, waiting to see what he's going to do, and he feels he can come back with better. Some nice bursts of punching from Napa in the opening round. Meludrottu was a little bit lazy, but it was as though he was just having a good look at his challenger.
Meludrottu believes he is the leading bantamweight in the world, despite the fact he's never fought at that level. He's ruled Europe, and as we saw recently with Michele Pichirillo's victory over Michael Jones, these Italians can be very good, and body shots going into Napa early.
Well, I thought Napa's plan would to get his punches off and get himself out of there. But he's standing his ground, he's trying to bully Meludrottu, and I don't think that can last. I don't think he has the strength for that.
Plenty of pride, Napa, as well as his boxing skills, and has always been plagued by the fact that they don't operate a light flyweight division here. He's had to do his work at 8 stone, and now at 8 stone 6. Very hard, that.
Well, his tactics have surprised me. I hope they've surprised Meludrottu as well. But he's standing his ground, and the higher quality punches at the moment are coming from the champion.
There's a rounded feel to Meludrottu. He's tucking those elbows in, taking a great deal on the gloves. It's work rate from Napa, but the added professional quality from Meludrottu. He's hardened, isn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, he is a real solid champion. I mean, he's proved himself at this level. I'm really surprised at the tactics of Ian Napa. I don't see him being able to do this for 12 rounds, so I don't see the point doing this as early.
Giving it a go, Napa. But these tactics are possibly different to what was expected, and it's not worrying Meludrottu. Egidio Pellegrino in the red corner of the 28-year-old Simone Meludrottu. 1 by the WBC, 3 by the WBO, 6 by the WBA, and ranked 11 by the IBF.
Round 3.
He's elected not to wait for his world title shot just yet, but defend this European belt, which he has been with honour for almost 3 years, against Ian Napa, 3 months older. Got to find a way to win a title. That's been the trouble with Napa. He's often looked the part, but he needs to deliver.
Yeah, there's no doubting his boxing ability, his class, but it's his lack of power and physical strength as well. Look at the way he's being bullied here. Ducking and diving, surviving well. And you can see the difference in strength.
This the round that Simone Meludrottu made absolutely certain when he stopped Damien Kelly in his home port of Olbia in November last year. Just beginning to really go to work with these tough punches. He's turned southpaw. He's trying things out in there, Meludrottu.
I think he'll be quite pleased. I'm sure he expected to have to go looking for Napa. He would be expecting to be chasing him all round the ring. This is Meludrottu's kind of fight. I'm sure he'll be quite pleased with this.
Napa's lost 3 of his last 4. And he looks so small in there.
Meludrottu's defence is tight, catching everything.
Yep, slashing punches down, beginning to bully Napa. He's got so much heart, the little hackney man, but he's always up against it with this lack of a dig.
Well, at least he's managing to pull Meludrottu back, push him back against the ropes, maybe take some of the sting out of the shots. But I can't understand the tactics. He's not using his boxing ability with tactics like this.
Still attempting the body shots and the uppercut there from Napa. That was clever, but is anything really getting through? Really trying, Napa. It's good work. But Meludrottu does not look phased.
Huge effort from Napa.
Jim, he just gave a look to his corner as he came back after that round to say, I've tried so hard in that session, but I don't seem to have really got through.
I'm surprised. I mean, it doesn't look as though he has a 12-round plan here. Now, he's a distance fighter. He hasn't scored a single knockout. So what are these tactics all about? Does he think maybe he's going to go out on his shield? He wants to put up a show. He wants to give it everything. But to me, the tactics are wrong.
Yeah, Simone Meludrottu has never been stopped in 25 fights since he turned at 22 in July 2000. Is his chin suddenly going to weaken? I think he just realizes he can boss Napa around. I bet he's red hot in sparring, Napa. You can see why he was a good amateur, exhibition stuff. But in the tough professional game, it's harder.
Yeah, you can see the defensive qualities, the moves against the ropes there. But actually, this is a little bit better. He's trying to make Meludrottu miss. But he needs to be using a bit more of the ring. Too stationary for my liking. He has to use what he's good at. Good body shots from Napa there.
Yeah, classy work with the hooks from Napa, who outboxed Martin Power for a great deal of their British 8'6" clash at York Hall. Just didn't get the nod. Didn't get it against Mark Callahan either here. Did the judges not like what he does? They obviously like what Meludrottu did.
Yeah, they certainly did against Kelly. But I'd like to see him frustrate Meludrottu a little bit more, get his punches off as he's doing, then get himself out of there. Frustrate Meludrottu, maybe force him into making some mistakes. This is actually better in this round from Napa, a bit more movement, not getting involved quite so much.
Again, bustling his way forward, Napa. Just really ignoring the fact that Meludrottu has 10 stoppages on the record and 6 successful defences of this crown. He's going for broke, Napa. A real gutsy effort.
Yeah, another big effort, but you just wonder, is it taking more? That was clumped in the back of the head. That won't be a knockdown. That punch didn't land on the target. Good refereeing there. But it's the type of punch that can do a little bit of damage, that can scramble your senses a little bit. So although it's not as scored as a knockdown, it may do a little bit of good for Meludrottu. But this is not a bad round for Napa. He's kept busy, he's not been taking the counters. But you get the feeling it may be taking more out of him than it is the champion.
Just backing off Napa. Clusters of punches have been good. He's staying with Meludrottu. Can he keep this up? Good round for Napa.
You dashing in after him.
Okay. Well, after 4 rounds,
have some patience.
it's pretty even Stevens.
Right? Come on,
2
man.
more Meludrottu has landed. Nothing in that. And I think you've given it 2 apiece, Jim, too.
Yep, I've given it 2 apiece for the work rate of Napa, but I just get the impression for the little bit of success he's achieved, he's had to work so hard for it. Meludrottu still looking strong and solid.
Second third of this European Bantamweight title fight. Simone Meludrottu looking for win number 25. An assault on the world stage. Mandatory challenger for the Japanese southpaw Hasumi Hasegawa. Ian Napa just wants a title, and he wants it bad. Told us all week, Napa, that he's in the shape of his life. Did have 3 years out of the ring with some personal problems. Career went off the rails, but credit to him for coming back into the game and taking opportunities like this. It's a gamble.
Well, you would think by now that Meludrottu would be thinking about imposing himself on Napa. Hasn't really done that so far. Napa hasn't allowed it. He's doing it now.
All meaty shots from Meludrottu, trying to entice Napa into a bit of trench warfare. I think the Londoner might go for that.
Well, he certainly surprised me with his tactics. I thought we'd have seen him the punches and then getting out of there. He won't outstrength this man.
Usually in good battles, Ian Napa, because of his high energy, his work rate, his cute skills. Lovely, lovely there from Napa.
Good punching, but I think Meludrottu was blocking most of them. They got them off nicely.
Not making the impression on Meludrottu, that still remains the problem, Jim.
Yep, and we have a long time to go.
Against southpaw, Meludrottu backed up his own corner, but good defence there from the Italian, and come back well, and traps Napa on the ropes, and he's hurt him. Meludrottu, punches raining in. Needed a breather there, Napa.
Yeah, he was caught with a real solid left hook there.
Napa brave, courageous. Coming through that will need every bit of this fitness regime that he's undertaken. Intriguing fight, and we've got one coming up for you next week too.
Starting to dismantle him here. Incredible action. The gulf in class, far too much. That was a heck of a shot.
Terrific cast. He's starting to unload.
Oh, left hands down. Oh, and the place is in uproar. Look at these hooks. There's another one and another one. There's that power again. You can't believe this. It's incredible stuff.
The Mexican icon Marco Antonio Barrera against fellow countryman Juan Manuel Marquez. Sunday, March the 18th from 1 AM, Sky Sports 2. Should be absolutely fabulous in Las Vegas. Here we are in London watching the European Bantamweight clash. And it's been interesting.
Yep. Napa surprised us with the way he's gone about this, but he's put up a good show so far. I've given him a couple of rounds. I think he's had to put in an awful lot of work for the bit of success he's got. Meludrottu's defence impressively tight most of the time.
Napa flicking out the jab. Once again, the heavier work from Meludrottu. The real bantamweight. And ranked so highly in the world too. He's never had it easy, Napa, has he?
No, well, keeping in mind he is probably a natural flyweight still. He could probably still get himself down to the flyweight limits. The lack of power and the strength as well. But what a good little probe. Perfect technique, textbook stuff. But this is a tough business he's in.
Digging in shots to the body. Meludrottu having the answer to most of it. Still close-ish. And remember those judges in Belfast, you can never take anything for granted in this sport. Very wide they had it to Meludrottu. Most people felt it was Damien Kelly's finest ever night. How wrong we were.
No, Adam, I think we were right. I think it was the judges who were wrong that night. Maybe keep my thoughts to myself on that one.
I think the Italians restored it to Kelly themselves. Anyway, we move on. Feet of foot around the ring. Nimble Napa.
See, Napa is forced onto the defensive at the moment, so there's a lot of head movement, and the referee's complaining about it, thinks he's being a little bit dangerous with it. Beginning to look solid now, the champion, isn't he?
Yeah, there's a determination too, driven on by a desire to prove himself the leading 8'6" man in the world if he can. Might be a gap with Rafael Marquez's win over Israel Vasquez last week up at Super Bantamweight. But at the 8'6" level, let's have a look at the past champions who have graced the sport and held this belt. Jackie Patterson was the world flyweight champion when he won that, 1946. From Scotland. Peter Keenan, also Scottish, unbeaten in 30 straight fights when he won the title. Freddie Gilroy from Northern Ireland, never lost to another British fighter in his career. Alan Rudkin, the Scouser, who had 3 world title attempts at bantamweight before winning this. Johnny Owen, the tragic story in his fight with Lupe Pinter for the world title. And Nassim Hamad, who became one of the greatest world featherweight champions that we've ever had. Illustrious list. Simone Meludrottu is defending his property, and is there any sign that Ian Napa can wrench it from him?
No, it still looks like the uphill struggle. I believed it would be Napa, as usual, giving it everything. There are a couple of signs that the longer this goes, that the tougher it's going to get for him.
Second half now. Meludrottu has been 12 rounds 5 times before. Napa a couple. So stamina shouldn't be a problem for either man, unless the weight, the natural advantage of Meludrottu becomes a factor. That was a good right hand from Napa, who did hurt Martin Power in the sort of latter stages of their fight.
Yep, he did. He found some power that night. Could be doing with it now.
Right, just glancing off the Napa head from Meludrottu.
Well, we compliment Napa on his defensive skills, but the Meludrottu's defence is really tight. He's really catching a lot of Napa's punches on his gloves.
Again on that front foot, attempting to back Napa up. It's good with the cameos, the volleys. Told to keep them up by Daniel Vanderweiler.
Well, that's a warning for his head, the warning for the low blows, so he's going to have to be a little bit careful. The last thing he needs is point deductions here.
Opens up and back comes Meludrottu. Cannot question Ian Napa's desire here, whatever happens.
Is that a nosebleed there from Meludrottu?
Yep. Blood is flowing from the Italian's nose here in the 7th round. Will that just spur Napa on to really dig deep? Boxing well here, Ian Napa.
Yep, another huge drive from Napa. I think a little bit too little, too late maybe in this round. But as we expected, giving it everything.
And backs Meludrottu up. That was a good body shot, whipped in with a left hook.
Watch your head.
Digging in, side to side Napa. Not all getting through, but a good round from him. That sight of the nosebleed of Meludrottu might make a difference.
He felt that, man. He felt that fucking round. Yeah. Good round. It was good round, man. Get this fun, get this fun.
Beautiful, but listen, Napa.
Body shots from Ian Napa, almost 50 landed after 7 rounds.
Well, that's for sure. He's let go some lovely body shots. A lot of them are being blocked. Meludrottu's defence is tight, but certainly a lot of success in the last minute of that round from Napa. But again, I just feel he's using up so much energy to get a foothold in this fight. Can he sustain this?
You're hurting him with his body shot. Keep working then. Right? Then back out on the stiff jab. Try and box him again. Then, come on, man. Dig it in, man. He felt that round. Dig it in. Take command again.
I think Brian Lawrence might be right. He might have felt it. But you didn't give Napa the session. Isn't that harsh, Jim?
No, I don't think so. I think Meludrottu was more solid the first couple of minutes, more accurate. It was a huge drive in the last minute or so, maybe the last half minute.
Napa is starting to get hold of the middle of the ring, giving the Italian some things to think about. It's this constant work rate, chipping away.
Well, he can certainly get Meludrottu backed up, which is a big surprise. I think he's doing that with courage and determination, just prepared to grit his teeth and just do what's necessary here. Full credit to little Napa.
Napa may not be the natural bantamweight, certainly doesn't punch his weight either. But Meludrottu may be tight. He's been at 8 stone 6 a long, long time. And certainly, the ambition of Napa is growing. And the belief.
Yeah, well, this is the same determination we're seeing from Napa we saw in the Martin Power fight. So, will he be a little bit luckier tonight, and can he keep this going?
Blood smeared around the side of Meludrottu's head, probably from that nosebleed. And Ian Napa starting to make an impression at last.
This is really good stuff from Napa. He's the one who wants to step back up straight away when the referee breaks them.
Meludrottu sucking it up, coming back with some of his own. Could he have underestimated this determined drive of Napa? The Italians, the fans here are trying to rally their man.
Napa has the look of a man who's having his last chance, and he's going for it, giving it everything. This is a tremendous round, a tremendous effort from Napa here.
Fabulous spirit from Ian Napa, against the odds. Many people didn't think he'd even get to the 8th round, but he is making an argument of this European Bantamweight title clash. Meludrottu comes back with those heavier shots again. You've got to give him this one, though.
Yeah, he's won this round, obviously. Another huge effort. You just wonder, can he keep this going? Unbelievable stuff from Napa.
Just once in a while, everything goes right in a fight.
That guy's absolutely knackered, yeah. That guy's absolutely knackered. Keep your
Napa
cool,
deserves
man. Keep your cool and start
this
using
to be his night.
Give him a good drink, give him a good drink.
Listen, best round of the fight for Napa.
What a phenomenal effort here. He was taking punches to get close, but they didn't. He wasn't troubled by that. He just kept firing away, kept driving Meludrottu back. Meludrottu did not like that round one bit. He tried to stand with Napa, but Napa was getting the better of the exchanges, forcing him back all the way. Tremendous round for Napa. Took a few in the last 20 seconds or so, but apart from that, phenomenal round for him. You just wonder, a natural flyweight, how long can he keep this pace going and this effort?
Okay. Go the straight one and right down the middle.
4 rounds to go. Ian Napa still clinging into this and coming on stronger in the second half. You've got it by 2 to Meludrottu.
See, I think the problem for Meludrottu, sometimes he can just seem to stop Napa in his tracks with a couple of solid shots and take the play away from him. Didn't manage it in the previous round.
We don't know what these judges, Jean-Francois Toupin of France, Freddie Christiansen of Denmark, Ernst Salzgeber of Austria, how they're reading things.
Well, there have been lots of close rounds, obviously, but a few that I felt Meludrottu just looked to have the edge in them, just looked to have the control of what was going on.
Just more of the boss, certainly for the first half. Stops Napa in his tracks there. There's the difference in natural punch power. Is Napa just going to be defeated at the top level in these title fights?
I mean, I think we're asking a bit much for Napa to have a couple of rounds at the same tempo as he had in the previous round. I mean, that was a tremendous pace he set. Must have taken something out of the tank.
Controlled aggression and good defensive work from Simone Meludrottu. He's looked more all round, hasn't he, than when he fought Kelly?
Yeah, this is far better, a different man altogether. That's the solid shots again. Those quality punches that probably the reason I have him a couple of points up in my card.
Damien Kelly also beat Ian Napa on points. Napa's had to take these shots, these chances. Difficult in the lower weights. Meludrottu reopposing his strength, his size, and his game plan on Napa here in the ninth. You're right, it's a hard ask, but he needed to carry on that momentum in Napa.
Yeah, but it's a bit much to ask. I mean, We expected it to be an uphill struggle, and they put up a phenomenal effort. We couldn't expect it, and I think Meludrottu got control of the action again.
How you feel? Good round, man. Good round. Get that jab going. That right hand, when you look, not when I say illegally right hand, throw the jab and then the short right hand after it, yeah? When he's rushing in after you. If he rushes you, throw the right hand straight down the pipe. Don't bowl it, right straight down the pipe, yeah? Suck it up, suck it up, suck it up, suck it up.
Gallant and gritty from Napa, but is it enough? Close on the computer.
Well, there have been lots of close rounds, that's for sure. A couple of obvious rounds which we will be scoring. But tremendous effort in some of the rounds from Napa. The volume of punches, taking into consideration the solid defence of Meludrottu and the quality of the punches. That's the reasons I have him ahead on my card. So supreme effort from Napa so far.
173rd round of Simone Meludrottu's professional career. The 138th for Ian Napa. Napa in the sweat-stained white trunks with the yellow and the black with the white and red of the Italian Meludrottu. Looking for another successful defence. He just forged further ahead after that last round. Can Napa do any more than he showed in sort of 7-8 and the first half of 9?
Good solid right hand to Napa's chin there. See again, Meludrottu just looking the stronger. He's not throwing a lot of punches, very economical. But blocking the jabs is coming back from Napa.
Yeah, there's nothing outstanding, is there? He's just good, solid, all-round and technically efficient.
Yeah, I don't know that he'll go much beyond European level. I don't know if he's good enough to win a world title. There's nothing special about him. But he's solid and he's a good 12-round fighter, and this is good stuff from him at the moment.
Is Napa dominating any of these rounds? Southpaw again for Meludrottu. Why has he done that tonight?
Well, he's back to orthodox again. Is it? Maybe he's finding it difficult to pin Napa down, so he just wants to try different things. But again, he has the look of just being the boss so far in this round. Napa would need a big finish in this round to turn things around. See, what he's throwing back's been blocked again.
Absolutely. Time after time, Napa just can't get enough through.
I would love the judges to be seeing this differently from the way I'm seeing it. But it just looks at the moment, Meludrottu is back in the driving seat.
He's in charge. Still looks fresh. Napa gutsy, throwing his own punches. But again, no dent on Meludrottu, who's light on his feet. Plenty more ahead as well. Jamie Moore, the British light middleweight champion. Cracking year for him, 2007 should be. He's up against Mugurai Sebe tonight from Romania. Quarter of Simone Meludrottu. Everything under control now?
Yeah, that solid look that he had earlier is back again. Napa forced onto the defensive, doing some good work on the defensive, it must be said. But again, Meludrottu seems to have control of what's taking place. Not a massive round for him, they just seem to have the edge.
an animated corner.
Sit out, round 11.
Napa springing. He'll need to finish very, very strongly. But is it too little, too late? Lost on points to Jason Booth in a British and Commonwealth flyweight challenge, to Peter Culshaw, where he was stopped, and to Martin Power.
That was a solid left hand he's taken from Meludrottu. See, I just think the success that Napa's had, he's had to work at 100 miles an hour to achieve that success. And you can't do that over 12 rounds. He would need to have been good enough to steal a few rounds without exerting himself too much. He's never been able to do that. He's had to work so hard for every bit of success.
And I know we say it in pretty much every year Napa fight, but he just needs that edge of power at times.
Certainly nothing wrong with his heart or his commitment or his talent. Just a bit more power, a bit more physical strength. What a difference that could have made.
They're giving away so much naturally here, Ian Napa.
And all his punches are going round behind Meludrottu at the moment.
Oh, body shot there from Meludrottu. And still Napa comes through the pain. Well, it's an effort, Jim. Maybe he doesn't take this European title. He's surely still got plenty to offer at domestic level, Napa.
Well, another tremendous performance, another tremendous spectacle. But an uphill struggle for him. But he's never complained about it.
No, he doesn't. He just gets on with it, Napa.
See, not really any accuracy in Napa's work in this round. It's all drive, guts, courage.
Meludrottu clubbing punches, looking for the uppercut. Even the ones that Napa partially blocked look hurtful. They've got him into great shape, haven't they, Jim? Napa.
Well, this is another supreme effort from him. It's a little loose tape here, not we're okay, back into action again. Napa has put so much into this round, but he hasn't managed to achieve the quality in some of the earlier rounds when he set this pace.
Not been badly hurt though, Napa. Still doing everything he knows. His volume has been so impressive, but the quality with Meludrottu for the main. If he's been walking away with it, is he now running away with it, Meludrottu?
Well, it's not as bad as that. I mean, that was another great effort from Napa, but I mean, you can see that the total landed, not an awful lot between them. But you have to also take in the quality of the punches, and some of those 175, as Meludrottu have been blocking some of those. And you see the 5 points up. The last 3 rounds have given to Meludrottu. Simply his work's been better, and he's looked as though he's got that little bit more to offer.
Make him tee off on you. You tee off first, all right?
Right, and if they knee after, move your head, don't pull in on him, man. Last round.
Sit out, 12. Last round.
Final round, they touch gloves. Good, honest little European
In Napa. I'd love if the judges saw it differently from me. I can make a case for it being a little bit tighter, but I can't make a case for Napa winning this. Again, just as I'm speaking, Meludrottu has that solid look about his work.
Napa had his moments in the 7th and 8th. And it was pretty even at the beginning. But the heart, the meat of this fight, hasn't it been run by Meludrottu?
Yeah, that's the impression you get. I mean, he's always had that solid look. A lot of the rounds were really close. You can see it one way or the other. But as I say, I can make a case for the scoring being a little bit tighter, but not for Napa winning. There's that solid look again from the champion, which I'm sure would impress the judges.
Napa still driving himself forward. Meludrottu really sealing the show. It will be in the hands of the three judges. But surely it's a night for those Italian fans who've come over from Sardinia. They're cheering the two fighters hug in respect. It looks like a points win for Simone Meludrottu, to the delight of the travelling supporters. He is held high. And a terrific effort by Ian Napa, who gets a deserved hug from his corner and doesn't actually look that tired.
It doesn't, and you could not ask for any more from Ian Napa. If his little bit of luck that's eluded him all through his career shows up tonight, I wouldn't be all that disappointed, but I can't see it myself. There you see the stats. Not a lot in that. Not a lot in that. Lot of close rounds. Who knows?
Just the general feeling, though, isn't it, throughout?
Well, right from the off, Napa surprised me with his tactics. He stood his ground, blasted away in the early rounds here. He was able to push, and these are probably the rounds that will maybe decide the result, because Napa was throwing a lot of punches. I thought a lot of them were being blocked. Here we're seeing some good body punches from Napa, but the longer it went, then you started to see the strength of Meludrottu taking its toll. His punches were starting to stop Napa in his tracks. Halfway stage now, it's possible they had Napa maybe ahead here. I didn't, but you can make a case for it just for the sheer volume and what he was putting into the fight. Again, he was so many times he was able to drive the champion back, but couldn't really inflict any damage on him, which was a great pity. But when we got to this stage, this is where you could see, although the champion's not a big puncher, his punches were having an effect. Tremendous battle, tremendous effort. So look forward to hearing this decision.
Let's get the official verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards, where we have a unanimous decision. Judge Freddie Christensen scores the contest to 116 to 113. Judge Ernst Salzgerber scores the contest 117 to 112, and Judge Jean-Francois Toupin calls the contest 117 to 112. All three in favour of the winner and still Bantamweight champion of Europe.
This time,
Italy.
the judges unanimously for Simone Meludrottu, and deserved.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. He always had the edge over Napa. But I take my hat off to Ian Napa. Phenomenal. We thought his career was over. It is far from over.
Well, a big hearted display from Ian Napa, but he fails in his quest.